Hi everyone, so hopefully you can see this. We're going to go ahead and get started with me showing you guys how to use your basic edition silhouette software with your Cricut to be able to cut out my template. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the silhouette software. I have the business edition, so mine may look a little different than yours if you only have the basic edition. And also just a note, you cannot open SVG files in the basic edition of the Silhouette software. You have to have at least designer edition or higher to be able to do so. But for this video, you don't need that because we're not opening my template in the Silhouette Studio. So this is just for you to be able to use this Silhouette software to print and then take it to your Cricut and cut the template with your Cricut. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up the software. So I have my software open, and then you want to go over here to your left hand side and you will see your drawing tools. You want to select the rectangle, and then you want to draw a rectangle. Try to get it as close to the edge as possible without going over for your template. So your screen may not look like this. You may have a mat, and I'm going to show you how to deselect that mat. So so I've made my box and almost as big as my mat right here, my board. So in order to not have the mat in the background, you're going to go over here to your right side, and hopefully you can see that. You'll see it blinking on the right side, but it's your very first tool and it's your page setup panel. So you're going to click that, and then where it says machine, you're going to click none. This will remove the mat from the background. And then you're going to change your media size if need be to 8.5 by 11, and of course your cutting mat, you're going to have none, and like I said, that will remove your mat from the background and get you at this point to where you just have your rectangle and your board in the back. So I'm going to close out of page setup. Okay, so this is where we're at. We have our rectangle and we're ready to insert our images. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to drag and drop an image into Silhouette Studios. Very easy. We're going to minimize the screen, and I'm just going to use something that I have on my desktop. It's going to be distorted a little bit because I wasn't using this for this purpose. So this isn't a clear image, but just to show you how to drag and drop. So if you have something on your desktop, which I do, all you have to do you're going to make sure your rectangle is highlighted, and then you're going to go to your image that you have. You can see here on the left hand side I have my image. You're just going to bring it over into the software and drop it into the rectangle. That's it. That's all you got to do. So if you don't want to do it that way and you have images saved in your folders in your library, then you're going to go to your library. You're going to go to where you have your images saved in your folders. Let's see. I'm just going to pick one. So say I wanted to use one of these glitter images. I would just click one, make sure see, I messed up. You want to make sure your image is highlighted first. So I'm going to delete this. And this is the one that you just hit it once, which is what I didn't do. So again, I'm just going to go back because that might have been confusing for some of you. So we're going to set this back to being empty. So you're going to make sure your box is highlighted. Go to your library, choose whatever background you want, click it. You only have to click it once, and then you go back to your design, and it should be inside your box. So that's how you do it from that way. Or a third way to add an image inside is you go to, I'm going to set this back to being empty. Go to your fill panel, which is the art palette. Go to fill pattern, which is the one that looks like polka dots. And this is where all your patterns that you have saved from the Silhouette Studio or ones that you might have put in there, and you can just click on one of these and add it inside. Same thing. So that's 3 different ways to be able to add an image to your rectangle. Or you can also go to, it's a 4th way, go to wherever you save pictures. Oops, this isn't it. Tripping. So you can go to wherever you save pictures. You can grab a picture out of your folder and just drag and drop from there. Same thing. So as you can see, the image is inside of my template. So now, because say this is the one that I want to use, I don't like where it's positioned. So you can change that. You can go over here again to the fill pattern button or the fill tool, hit the fill pattern button. Then you're going to go down here on the right side where it says advanced options. You're going to click that. And then you're going to go to pan pattern. But before you click pan pattern, make sure your image is selected. And then you're going to click pan pattern. You're going to see a little white circle show up in the middle. You're going to click and hold that white circle. And this will allow you to be able to move your pattern inside of whatever object you have selected. So as you can see, I'm moving the pattern on the inside, and I can position it where I want it to go. If I wanted to make this on a smaller scale, say I wanted to shrink the pattern inside, then I would go to scale, and you can play around with either how big it is or how many. This will allow you to, yeah, this would be cute, to scale the pattern on the inside of the template. So you can just play around, you know, get it however you like. But that is how you add an image, and that is how you do drag and drop in the Silhouette Design Studio. Very easy to do. Alright, so for the video purposes, I've already started working on the cover that I'm going to print. So we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to close this one down. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to use. I was just playing around with it. I went ahead and got started. So, because some of you guys wanted to see me designing or whatever. So, this is an image from Amari Designs, and I've already scaled it down a little bit. I've already made my rectangle for my cover. So now I'm just going to start adding some of these elements to, and it's okay if it goes off the mat, because it will, you'll cut wherever, you know, when you put the template on it in the Cricut software. So this one I had over here. Okay, like so. Actually, I want to leave a little space. Alright. And I'm going to add a couple little flares on there. Let's see. I'm going to make this flare a little bit bigger. Alright, I'll add another one. Make it a little bit bigger before I add it. This one's a little different. And I'm just placing some flares in here. Alright. Actually don't like that right there. Let's see. Gonna add some of this. Let's see, I'm gonna throw some of you in there. And this is what I do. I just, you know, move stuff around until I like it. Bring the front. So I'm gonna bring this design to the front. Yeah, we're gonna mix that in there like so. I wanna, let's see. I think I wanna add another one of them. Same size to this one over here. There we go. Alright, so I think I'm done playing. I think that's enough. So I'm probably going to get rid of. Yeah. Well, y'all know how it is when you be playing. I add like a little something to her glasses. See if I like that. Nah, not really. Alright, so I'm gonna leave her alone. So I'm gonna highlight these, delete, I'm done with that. And then I'm going to send this to my printer to be printed. Make sure. Did I get the right one? Yeah. Alright, so let's send this to the printer. See how this turn out. And then the next thing you're going to need to do is you're either going to need to have an iPhone or an iPad. Unfortunately, I don't think this is available for Android users. So at least the last time I checked it wasn't. So you're going to need to make sure you have that ready and the Cricut design space opened up as well. Also make sure you have the template, my template already saved in your cloud, so you can just open it up if you're using an iPad or an iPhone. Now if you're trying to, I don't think you can't do this from your computer, so you need to already have it uploaded into your cloud and sized correctly, because unfortunately Cricut does not import SVGs correctly, so you will have to size it. So we're just waiting on this to print. While we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and get my iPad set up. Oops, sorry guys. All right. So I do have my iPad set up with my template, and I did go ahead and alter the size. I went to the edit tool and I changed it to 8 by 10.5 or 10.5 for the size, so that's already done. And then from there we're going to hit make it. and then I'll show you what to do from this screen in just a moment. Alright, so this is printing. Print. And I'll show you it coming out. Let's see if I can turn this. So there it is coming out of the printer. Hopefully I'm not making anyone dizzy. So you're gonna need your Cricut mat, and my mat isn't as sticky as I want it, so I'm gonna use this tool just to press down on my paper to make sure it's sticking. This is almost done printing, and the paper that I'm using is it's just some cardstock from Walmart. It's printable cardstock made by Georgia Pacific. So I can show you that real quick. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever cardstock, white cardstock you want to, as long as it's not too thick for your printer. But this is the one that I am using from Walmart for right now. This isn't the best, but it's okay. It's just what I have on hand. Alright, so this is what it looks like printed out. Okay, and we're going to take this and we're going to place this in the center of the mat. I like to do the center. And I'm just going to press down. Not too hard in case it's still drying, but this is pretty much dry. Alright, so this is how it should look. Press down on your mat, and then you're going to take a picture of it using the Snapmat feature on your iPhone or iPad. So to find that feature, it is in the bottom right here where it says Snapmat. You're going to click that, and then it's going to use your camera to take a picture of the mat. So let's do that now. This is what it looks like, but let me go ahead and take the picture and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it takes the picture, and you're going to hit use, and then it's going to come up with the transparent image of whatever you're trying to cut over the picture you took. So I'm going to place this over my image where I want it to cut out. I'm just trying to make sure I don't go over my image. Okay. So I like it about right there. So I have the image placed. And then while we do that, I'm going to load my mat into my Cricut maker. That's the one that I'm going to use today. Alright, so let me get you guys set up over here. Hopefully I don't make anyone dizzy. Try to cover this. Okay, so we're moving. Alright. Give me one moment. I'm going to adjust this in just a second. I'm like, wait a minute, why is this moving? Okay. Alright, so this is my desk in the back. So I have my Cricut maker on top. I also have the, well, you can't see it right now, but I have the Explore Air 2 on the bottom. I'm not sure. I believe so that you can do this with that one too, if I'm not mistaken. I have my standard blade in the housing, and we're going to go ahead and send this to cut. Let's go down a little bit. So here's my screen. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to select the maker. That's the one that's on. Okay, so for material, I'm going to do medium cardstock, 80 pound. That should work. And then we're going to hit the go button. See how this turns out. Alright, so it should be done. It says action complete. Hit OK there. Remove it from there. And because I'm done with this, I'll close this up. We're going to push this back real quick. There you can see. I'll fix that later, but all right, so I'm going to move you back over here so I can take this off the mat. Let's see. You can see my Cameo and all my mess on my desk. All right. Okay, so here is the mat, and let's take this off. And this is your cover, so cuts perfect. This is pretty dope. I like this cover. Came out really good. That's how it turned out. Hold on, let me come around so you guys can clearly see that. There we go. All right, so let me know if you guys try it. Make sure you post in the group. I am posting this on YouTube, so if you're interested in joining my group, I will have that link down below. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Bye.